Hello and welcome to the Manifestation Challenge. How are you doing? I really hope you're enjoying it. And I want to talk to you about the importance of journaling. Are you currently journaling? Have you thought about journaling but don't know how? Well, today I'm going to talk to you all about that, and I'm very excited to share with you a few tips that I do when journaling, what I journal, and just to talk to you about journals themselves. We have lots of people come into Quest to talk to us about journals. They really do, because they don't know what one to buy. And we always say the same thing, it's very personal. So I'm going to talk to you about the journal that I carry around. It's actually just a simple notepad. It's blank inside because I'm quite messy. And when I'm traveling or when I'm doing daily doodles, I just like to be quite messy when I do it. But sometimes I'll get a journal with lines and then I can be a bit more neat. But that tends to be when I do more reflective journaling. So I'll talk to you about that in a moment. But I'm going to talk to you about what I use every day, and that is a small notebook. So I use this specifically for when I'm out and about. I pop it in my bag, and so that if I get any ideas or any inspirations, I will jot them down in my book, because I have learned that I forget. So when I'm in the moment, when I'm in that inspired mode, or I'm having a conversation and someone says something, I want to jot it down, and I do it there and then, and I put it in my book. And it's really great at the end of the day or the week when I want to have a look at my inspirations to look back. The other useful thing for me for writing these down is I'll write down for Sunday catch up podcasts. I'll write down exactly what's going on every day so that then I can discuss that in the podcast. That's really useful for me. So when choosing a journal, as I say, it's very personal. Sometimes I might use an A4 journal. We sell beautiful journals in Quest. They're like Ganesha ones, and I've used that one before. And it's got affirmations and pictures in it, but it's lined, and and I'll use those for more reflective journals, which I'll talk about now. So you can get bigger journals. So just choose one that works for you. Some are spiral bound, some are fixed bound, some are hard back, some are soft back, but find one that works for you, that you feel just drawn to. What colour is it? Does it have lines? Does it have squares? Is it blank? And trial it and see what you like. And you'll find that you might have a journal for a different purpose. So another type of journal that I use, as I say, is a bigger journal, and I use that for self-reflection. So sometimes I'll process my thoughts and my emotions through a journal, and I will find that they really, really help. And I also have a gratitude journal where I write my gratitudes down and what am I grateful for. And I do that at night, and I write my gratitudes down, and that really helps. And I use this little affirmation journal for that. It's really quite useful getting an affirmation journal, because it asks you the question, what are you grateful for? What am I thankful for? What do I appreciate? And that can be really useful. I find that sometimes going back on that self-reflection, I find that if I'm feeling a particular feeling, I'll write the feeling down in the middle of the page, and then I like, okay, so where am I feeling that in my body? And then I write that down. And then I kept like, oh, okay, and now what am I feeling? And sometimes I can process my emotions, and sometimes my thoughts. If I'm kind of having I need to clear my thoughts, sometimes I'll write down what am I saying to myself? What are those repetitive thoughts? I can't possibly do that. I'm not clever enough, or I'm not good enough, or just some of those silly thoughts that we have, and I'll write them down, and then I'm like, okay, so what do I need to believe in order to believe that? And so I'll do a bit of a process with my journals as well. So they're useful for that. And they're also just really useful for inspirations. If you have an inspiration or a thought, or you might just find, because sometimes that creativity comes in when you don't think it's going to come in. And so writing down the creativity is really good as well. So it's just really personal to you. But I want to share something with you that I do that's really quite cool. And I know other people do it as well, and that's inspired writing. Have you ever done that? It's really cool to do. And that's where you just light your incense, light your candle, you kind of do a little meditation before, and then you can ask your higher self to put pen to paper, or you can ask the angels to flow through you, and then you can write, and you can write some inspired writing. You can ask the angels to give you ideas of what to write down, some actions or some wisdom to write down for you to so that you can action on them later. But have fun with it. It's really fun, and you never know what you're going to write. It takes you into uncertainty, but trust those words will come when you start writing them down. They'll really flow. You can doodle as well. Doodling can help you come into meditation. That's really cool as well. And there's many things you can do with journals. What do you do with journaling? What do you use? Please share with me. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear the comments. I'd love to hear how you journal and how you find that useful. Thank you. The other thing as well that's really great is what pen do you use? So often I'll use coloured pens. Sometimes I'll use a fancy pen. Sometimes I'll use a fountain pen or a rollerball or a pencil. I'll have coloured pencils. So just find what works for you. It depends what mood I am, and I have quite a collection. But as important as the journal is, I also find that your pen is important as well. What tool do you use? So do enjoy picking your journal, but also enjoy your pens, your coloured pencils, whatever it is. And do share with me what and do share with me your journal. Share with me, what do you write? What do you write in your journal? Do share that. And I'd love to hear from you. So take care. Bye.